Hey, shalom, family. At this time, may the peace of Yah come upon you when you learn to obey him. This is a very important video I must do at this time called The Death of Yaaqob and Yahseph and Mizraim. Because both of them had a mind to, after their death, they made a request to take their body and bones back to the promised land, brothers and sisters, to bury with their people. Two righteous men of Yah, father and son, who we are the ancestors of Yaaqob. Not ancestors, who we are the offspring of Yaaqob. From the 12 tribes, Yahseph was his second to the youngest son he had. My brother and sister who became second in charge over all Mizraim, brothers and sisters, when he revealed that dream to Pharaoh of Mizraim, brothers and sisters. So it's very important. Their mind was to return back to their people from out of the land of Mizraim. Yahseph came into the land as a slave, sold into slavery by his brothers and sisters. From the caravans to the caravans sold him into Mizraim, but it was on account of their brothers. But Yah allowed it to take place that his brothers and his family would be saved from out of the 7-year drought that was coming on all the earth at that time. And I got some more additional information to show you. The prophecy of the 400-year prophecy already came to pass. I'm going to put that out to you that you may see these things, because these are things people overlook. So let's briefly get in here and read Genesis chapter 47. I'm going to start off with verse 28 right here. Our great ancestor Yaaqob, let me blow this up a little bit. Just a little bit right here. Right here. See right here, say Yaaqob lived 17 years after his arrival, so that he was 147 years old at the time of his death. And at that time, as time drew near for him to die, he called for his son Yahseph and said to him, "Swear to me most solemnly that you will honor this, my last request. Do not bury me in Mizraim," they say Egypt. But when I am dead, take me out of Mizraim and bury me beside my ancestors. And Yahseph promised, "Swear that you will do it," Yaaqob insisted. And Yahseph did soon after Yaaqob took his death bed. See, as soon as he took his bed. See, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna read Genesis chapter 50 at this time. Genesis chapter 50, verse 24, 26. I'm not gonna make this video too long at this time. So Genesis 50, verse 24 reads, it says, "Soon I will die." This is Yahseph talking now. And told his brothers. Yahseph told his brothers, "But Barah, the Creator, will surely come and get you." See, he make them aware that Father Yah gonna come and get them. And see, I said, and Barah will surely come and get you, but Yah sent Moshe. Remember that? He said, "And bring you out of this land of Mizraim." See, a lot of people today, keep this in mind, a lot of our people say that Yah coming to get us. Yes, but Yah promised you in Micah chapter 2. I'm not going to go there, but Micah chapter 2, read it in your time, verse 12, 13. Yah show you how he come to get you. So keep that in mind, because a lot of people say Yah coming to get me, but they reject that Yah is sending a brother to come get you. I'm not talking about that stuff in the New Testament, fam. The real Messiah, who I am. A lot of you don't bear record of that at this time because you don't know the words of Yah. But Yah told you. Read it. I might go there and read it. for you to see this. But first, let me cover this first, because I'm gonna prove to those who think America is 40 years is further from the truth first. Then I might go to Micah. And just like he made a statement, Yahseph said, y'all gonna come and get you. Y'all sent Moshe. We're all aware of that. One from among our own nation, brothers and sisters, that came out to Yahseph. Burial, so keep that in mind. So let me finish this all real quick. I'm in 50:24. Read it again. It said, soon I will die, Yahseph told his brothers, but Barah will surely come and get you and bring you out of the land of Mizraim. Take you back to the land he promised, see, the promised land, to the descendants of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaaqob. See, he's talking about right here, his father, his grandfather, and great-grandfather. Then Yahseph made his brother promise with an oath that they would take his body back with them when they returned to Canaan. See? So Yahseph died at the age of 110, and they embalmed him, and his body was placed in a coffin in Mizraim. So keep that in point. So I'm going to go back to 43. I'm going to show you how ruthless and how, real quick, they did not like our people, brothers and sisters. The people of Mizraim didn't even want to even eat with our people. I'm going to go real briefly here, and then I'm going to show you about the 400 years that Yah promised Abraham, that his offspring were going to be in a foreign land for 400 years. So chapter 43 and 32, right here, 43 and verse 32. Let me get my hands on it right here. See right here, it says, Yahseph ate by himself. That's when he revealed to the brothers who he was. Because the brother didn't recognize him. Because he was talking to the brother by an interpreter that was speaking in Mizraim speech. Then he broke down eventually after the brother was telling about his father, and then he broke down and confessed who he was. And so Yahseph ate, and he called him to a banquet at his castle. It said Yahseph ate by himself, and his brothers were served at a separate table. And see this right here, and the Egyptian had still another. See, for Egyptians despised. See, Mizraim despised. They hated Hebrews and never ate with them. So keep that in mind. So you can imagine when Yahseph died, the hostility will rise up again. So keep that in mind, brothers and sisters. Despite Yahseph came there as the time period came there as a slave. I ain't even got to count that to prove the 400 years. It's right here in the first chapter, in the beginning of chapter 2, show you that it gives you a summary. That's why it goes so fast. Summary goes so fast, a lot of people miss it. And then when you go read the rest of the prophecy in the book of Yahshua, called Yahshua, chapter 10, you can see the fulfillment of the prophecy of Genesis chapter 15. But right here, it should be enough. If you calculate the time period of Yahsef's death, but they don't give a lot of history to go by. They don't get into the detail of the 320 years of captivity. But we all know, everyone know, the 80 years. Everybody talk about it's no 400 years. It's only they only look at the time period of it only of Moshe. Moshe was there 40 years, and they was all in captivity the whole 400 years. I mean, the whole 40 years. Moshe was born when he was in the land. And then when he fled the land after he killed the Mizraim man on account of his brother, one of his brothers, he was in the wilderness in Saudi Arabia, where he saw Yah on the mountain, or the Malakim of Yah on the mountain of Yah, or near the mountain of Yah, in Midian of Saudi Arabia, near the Red Sea crossing, brothers and sisters. He was there for 40 years. So the whole time period of Moshe and his it was 80 years of his time period in captivity. So we're missing 320. So let's go on and get to reading, brothers and sisters, right here. I'm going to start with verse 5 here. Verse 5 read here, because it's getting talked about his brothers. He said, this is the list of the sons of Yaaqob, verse 1, who accompanied him to Mizraim with their family. Then getting the names. I'm going to start off with verse 5. So the total number who went with him was 70, for Yahseph was already dead. In due season, Yahseph and each of his brothers died. So he said, in due season, they don't get into the time span, but the due season, him and all his brothers died, ending that generation. Meanwhile, their descendants, see now you're talking about descendants. So they went into with 70. But it's been a long time period since they got into the millions. So that people totally overlooked the whole process. Because look, I'm 50 years old, and I have under 20 children in 50-year time of my life. Now, if I started having children when I was 21. So you're talking about from 21 to 21 to 50. That's 29 years. I used to be quicker with my math. But 29 years, I got, if all the women didn't kill all the children that I had, I would have about 13 to 14 children in my life. And that's in a 29-year time period, brothers and sisters. So we talking about now the 320 years to bring forth over 1 million out of 70 people. That's a long time period, brothers and sisters. Years go past. See, a lot of people don't even count this. Now I'm talking about the time period after this death. Let's see this. You're going to see this. Remember, this is summary. They don't get all in the detail. They don't tell you what took place the 300 years in captivity, 320 years before Moshe. They just gave you a quick view. This is what took place, bam, and gone. And then the whole theme started jumping on Moshe. From after that point, after the death, they don't get into too much of the slavery part. But let's read it right here.